Good afternoon. It's Sunday, June 1st. It's the afternoon. And this is the juniper bow that I made with a pristine back. And it's about 21 to 22 pounds. And it draws all the way back to 28 and won't break. And look at it. I mean, really is, you gotta admire it. It's beautiful, right? And the only thing is, with this wood, they say it's weak in tension and it could break. So I made the limbs a little wider, and after I took it down to a lower weight, it has a lot of string follow. So nobody in their right mind would say, well, I'll fire harden it again and make the belly stronger, which would increase the tension on the back on a beautiful bow like this, right? Well, I'm going to do it because I want to try and see if I could eliminate the string follow. And there's been a few bows that I fire hardened twice that worked out very well. As a matter of fact, the sassafras bow was cooked twice, and it was a very light wood like this. And the bow's name is Sassy, and I still shoot that bow today. So I figured I'll give the Eastern Red Cedar a shot. If it breaks, it breaks. If it don't, it don't. Here, my friend Shadow meowing in the back. She wants to come out, but she can't. She's an inside cat. So, all right. We're going to put it on a mild. I have a very mild backset jig. And I'm going to put it on that, and we're going to get the coals going and cook it. So we have our beautiful juniper bow on the fire hardening jig again. This gutter system I made is expandable. So I put the jig on top of the bow, and I make sure that it's the right length. I align it with tin foil. I have less coals underneath the riser. I have a block of hickory to help clamp this on, and it'll shield the grip in the riser a little bit from the heat, a little bit. Keep it from getting scorched because it's a finished bow. And I'm going to take this down now and light it up. And the things that you need are fireplace gloves, a stick to knock around the coals, as you've seen in my prior videos. And with juniper, the wood likes to smoke. It likes to almost like want to combust. I really got to watch it a lot, you know, often, and check it. So we got a spray bottle of water here just in case. Okay, like I say, time isn't important. It's 20 after 12, but we're going to try and cook it for 2 hours, see if we could change the bow a little bit. Maybe less. We're going for the color. We want the color to be a nice dark color, and the limbs are thin, and we got to be careful, and we got to watch it. So it could be any time now, really, with this thin limb. We have this beautiful bow starting to cook now. And the limbs are so white and beautiful and sanded so perfectly, it's going to be like fire hardening balsa wood. All right, so sometimes you can't change nature, you know, it is what it is, but we're going to give it a shot to see if we could bend the curve a little bit, literally, in the opposite direction. So we're going to lower this a little, and I'm going to show you how I check the heat. Keith Shannon came up with this, and this is really the best way to adjust the heat, because you can't measure from the coals to the wood, because temperature and wind will change that. It's different every time. And if you had a thermometer and went over here with a thermometer, and depended how quick you got there or not, it'd shoot up to the temperature of the coals. So you take your palm, and we got to watch. We got a little flame still going here. Take your palm and you go underneath, and you go 1, 2, 3. And if it's too hot, that's as far as you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the catch. I can see these coals aren't really caught. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to lower this one side a little bit. But these coals aren't caught, so I have to really pay attention here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're going to get hotter. And in probably less than 5 minutes, I'll have to raise that side a little bit. So we're going to let it go. I'll show you at a half-hour mark what it looks like. And right now it happens to be 12:30. So around 1 o'clock, I'm going to constantly monitor this, and I'll tell you what's going on, but I'll see you in a half hour. We're at that half-hour mark, and the wood's smoking a little bit, and we're going to raise it and show you what we got. From the riser going to the right, we have some color going to the tip. From the riser going to the left, we have some color going down to the tip. So before I put it down, I knocked some ash off. I'm not going to add coals yet, but we'll see you at the hour mark. And the clamps, I'm gently snugging constantly. The limbs have been shaped down, and they're not really turning much. You don't want to force them. It's just, you want to just snug them so they don't fall off, that's all. We're at that hour mark, and what I did was vigorously knock the ash around, put more coals, and now I'm going to show you what the bottom of the bow looks like at the hour mark. I moved the clamps over 1 inch, so the parts that were covered will get darkened. And let me show you from the riser going to the right, we got color going down to the tip. From the riser going to the left, we got color going down to the tip. Now that we have the new coals catching, we have to watch carefully to make sure that the coals are what's smoking and not the wood. So we have to pay close attention, and we'll come back at the hour and a half mark and show you what it looks like. As the coals caught, I raised the bow up, and now that the new coals are catching, there's less smoke, and we can clearly see if the limbs start to smoke again. And remember, these limbs are pretty much shaped, so the clamps won't be snugging up too much, but we gently turn them and constantly check them. So we got about 20 minutes left before I show you what it looks like. We're at the hour and a half mark, and I took that stick and I knocked the ash off the coals and leveled everything out again and checked the temperature. The temperature's good. I'm going to pick up the bow now and show you what it looks like at the hour and a half mark. Okay, at the hour and a half mark, we have that nice light color all the way down to the tip. On the left, we have that nice light color going all the way down to the tip. At that hour and a half mark, I lowered the bow to that proper temperature. And I just want to remind you that this bow was fire hardened once before, and after I got done tillering it, shaping, and shooting it, the limbs were fairly white. So the color that we got now is significant compared to the white limbs that were there before on the belly. So once this is cooked in another half hour or so, or however long I decide to keep it cooking, the most important thing for this bow is that we're going to get a wet rag and hydrate it over and over again. And we're not going to string it till tomorrow because I'm going to be busy trying to get some moisture back in it. And hopefully it'll handle the fire hardening, and hopefully it'll eliminate some of that string follow that we had. We're at that 2 hour mark, and I'm going to take that bow off of the stanchions and put it on a table, and we're going to take a good look at it. This bow's been cooking for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it's got a really nice dark color to it. And we're going to see what happens. I'm going to hydrate it. I'm going to keep on wetting it throughout the night, and tomorrow I'm going to try and put a string on it and check the tiller. We're going to check the measurements to make sure with a string on it, it bends okay. I'm going to gently work it in, and hopefully the fire hardening doesn't overcome the back of the bow. Hopefully it'll hold up where we won't have that much string follow, okay? So we'll see what happens. But this wood, it sort of reminds me a little like sassafras. You have to watch it. Might have a little low combustion rate. I had to fire harden the sassafras twice, and this wood tends to smoke now and then. You have to watch. You know, if it smokes, you raise it up, maybe give it a little spritz of water. But if the bow holds up the name of this bow is going to be Smokin' Hot. So let's see if it holds up. And if you're seeing this video, you're going to watch me shoot it. It held up. I removed the clamps, and this Eastern Red Cedar has a little spring back. You can see it has a little spring back. So let me show you the bow. Very light, super light bow. Got nice color going through everything, right down to the fade outs. Okay. The back is still a beautiful, pristine back. And the most important thing that we're going to do right now is, after you're done fire hardening, we're going to get a wet rag. See the wet rag? See how wet it is? It's dripping. And we're going to keep on hydrating this. I'm going to hydrate this, hydrate it throughout the evening. And then tomorrow is another day. We're going to try putting the string on and see how it is. See if we can, if we have to change the tiller a little, we will adjust it. But we're going to see how it is and see if we could shoot it. And if we have any string follow after this, it is what it is. Okay, so right now, let's see if we can see it a little better now. So just to show you how it is now, we have some back set, a little bit of back set, not much, and it's okay. There was a lot of string follow the other day, and if I eliminated some of that, I'll still be happy. I'll be happy if the bow don't break after fire hardening it for the second time. And that's why we're going to keep on hydrating it throughout the evening. And then tomorrow is another day. We'll see. We'll see if we can get a string on it, and we'll see if we could shoot the bow. And once again, if it shoots, this is Smokin' Hot. That's the name of this bow, Smokin' Hot. Okay? See you tomorrow. Okay, we got the male, the mallard, landed in the pool while videotaping. And there's a pair of them. I think the female might be on a nest now. I'm not sure, because they usually bolt together with the exception of like breeding time. So just visiting, and he's crazy. They watch me shoot the bow, and they're not afraid. They know it's a safe zone over here. It's 11 o'clock at night. I couldn't wait to see if it would break or not. I hydrated it during the afternoon, and it's been fire hardened twice. Look at the color. And I pulled it back, and it was 22 pounds, and now it's 28 at my draw length. So the pounds did increase. And I got to tell you, I was a little nervous pulling it back to my draw length. But look how beautiful it is, all right? And it was smoking. It was smoking a little bit, you know, the wood. I had to raise it. It was smoking while I was fire hardening it. So the name of this bow is going to be Smokin' Hot. Smokin' Hot. So let's take a couple of shots with Smokin' Hot and see how it is. I mean, we'll do a little more shooting tomorrow, but gotta let some arrows fly with it. Come on, guys. Don't you guys shoot in the living room, too? Wow, the arrows are absolutely touching down there. That's it. All those arrows are absolutely touching down there. So let's see. Like I said, it had a lot of string follow. I mean, like really a lot. And I expect to have some now. Let's see what it looks like after I shot it a little bit. And let's see, it's really not bad. It has the ever so slightly tiny bit, and it was only fire hardened with a slight backset jig. So we only have a tiny little bit of string follow, which is great. And it's no sense showing you down there, but look. Okay. I mean, granted, I'm only shooting, 5 yards, but they're all touching. So we'll do a little more shooting tomorrow, and I'm happy it didn't break. I put a little warm satin polyurethane where the writing was going to go, so when I did it, it wouldn't bleed. Then I wrote the specs on it, and then I gave it a coat of tung oil over the whole bow, and I think it looks pretty good. Good morning, it's June 2nd, and we're out here with this fire hardened twice juniper bow. And when you fire harden some woods, you have to watch that the wood don't smoke. Like, it has a lower combustion temperature, it smokes a little bit. The name of this bow is Smokin' Hot. Okay? And it's a beautiful looking bow. And I made a string, this tan buckskin with dark purple, and the puffs are like a burgundy and that tan. And they look good. Puff them up a little bit. I set the nock, and we're going to do a little shooting. The fire hardening increased the weight probably by 6 pounds on this particular bow. And some of the bows that benefited from fire hardening twice was yellow birch, my sassafras. Anytime you have a bow that you take it down and it looks like you got a little string set after you're done, a little string follow after you're done, then it don't hurt to fire harden it again. You just have to pay attention to it. So let's take a couple of shots. We're going to shoot at that bear down there. It's a little more pounds, so I'm going to aim, instead of the top of the 10 ring, the bottom of the 10 ring, and see what happens. Actually got to aim for the belly. It's shooting so much. That extra 6 pounds makes a big difference. So I'm going to aim for the belly of that bear and see where it goes. Good. It really increased the speed of this bow, the fire hardening for the second time. Put another one down there. Okay, not a bad group, but I'm going to get them and do one more. Now that I know the bow is 6 pounds more and it's shooting really fast, I'm going to switch to 700 spine Entradas, which are lightweight arrows. They're also lightweight, but they are a little stiffer spine. So I'm going to shoot kind of the same way, point on the bottom of the bear this time, and see if I can get a group. They're flying really fast. Actually went a little under the belly for that to make sure. Okay, aimed a little low with that one. They're shooting fast and high. Beautiful bow, man. I'm happy with it. It's really kicking them out there from being a slug. The fire hardened the second time produced a whole different bow. Okay, not the greatest group, but we're figuring it out. We went from 800 spine to 700 spine, and the 700 spine are a little better. And I just need to practice more. Let's go check it out. Okay, not the greatest group or even a group, but these last two I was putting the point below the belly of the bear. This one here was touching the belly, then I went a little lower, and these two were below the belly. So that's how you work it out. You adjust your point, lower, closer, and as you go back, further higher. So I'm not going to keep on going until I get a perfect group, because that would be like being a phony. It is what it is. I show you everything. But all I have to do is practice a little with this, and I'll be touching arrows. So that's the end of this video. Let me show you once again this pristine back that we peeled the cambium off like a banana because of the sapwood's flowing and the buds are out in the spring. And the other thing is, you saw my videos, I have a steam tube. In the middle of the winter, if you steam in a steam tube any of these bows that have winter bark and cambium, it has to be, it sounds crazy, an hour and 15 minutes in the steam tube. Take it out quickly and you're able to peel the bark off and cambium just like it is in the spring. Okay, so watch my videos and you'll see that, me taking the winter cambium off and bark with the steam tube. So I'm very happy with this, and I suggest that you go to Shannon Outdoors and get his fire hardening DVD. It's definitely worth the money. And the reason why we fire hardened this bow twice, because it had a lot of string follow. And as you saw last night, it has such a slight bit, hardly any, and it's the same today after shooting for a while. So I'm happy with it. All right. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Every day that you wake up is a great day. Go out and do something. Anything. It's spring. Go fishing. All right. Go shoot your bow. Make a bow. All right. But do something. Life's short. Make the best of it. Thanks for watching.